Okay, so I think one thing I think is very important that you stop doing today is that you need to stop acting like emotions don't matter. I think we need to be honest about that at some point throughout the day, we all get emotional. But I think that part of the reason why people dismiss emotional intelligence because you have a belief about it. You think somehow it's about being warm and fuzzy, or you don't consider yourself someone who, flies off the chain every time something happens, so you think it doesn't apply to you. But I want you to factor in that every day throughout the day, there's these micro moments where things might tend to irritate you, bother you, and make you moody. And if you're not thinking about it from an emotional intelligence lens, then that energy that's activated at that time can carry on into your decision making and how you receive information and how you put out things, how you engage with one another. So with that in mind, I want you to think about this idea of something called emotional reactivity, right? Emotional reactivity is the level at which you react to things that make you emotional. And I want you to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, if you had to rate yourself like on a level from 1 to 5 on your emotional reactivity, with 1 being, always calm under pressure, which meaning that no matter what happens, you have conditioned and trained yourself to react in a calm manner. Even if you don't like it, even if you disagree with it, that would be a 1. A 2 would be that you're still more on the calm side, but you might lead with a little bit of that in it, right? In that situation. 3 could be, it depends on what's happening. You go either other way. You can go either way. Or 5 could be like anybody can get it, right? And that's just a light way of kind of describing it. But if you had to rank yourself from 1 to 5, 1, calm under pressure. On the other end, 5, anybody can get it at any time for anything. 3 kind of depends on what's happening. But the idea is that you start to be honest about how you are reacting to things, whether it's small during those micro moments throughout the day, or it's the big thing. Like case in point, just a moment ago, I was coming downstairs to the conference. I noticed yesterday that my room hadn't got cleaned. So I went down to ask the gentleman for housekeeping, and it's early. It's a lot of things going on. The conference I'm at, there's, it seems like some type of sports tournament going on. It's a lot of people, a lot of movement. It's early in the morning. This guy he's not in the best mood. He's a little bit irritated. So then he wants to tell me that you have to request housekeeping 24 hours in advance. That might be the case. There's nowhere obvious that it says that. I'm not used to staying in hotels where you have to request 24 hours. They usually come, or you just call them and they come. But it might be the case. I'm not mad at that. But I can tell you that's not what I wanted to hear, right? I wanted him to tell me that I'll get it taken care of. I didn't want any excuse because I'm paying, decent money for this room over a period of time. I'll be here for a few days. I expect the room to get clean. Even though I feel a certain kind of way about it, I'm still mindful because I'm pretty good at reacting between the 1 and 2 on most cases. And this morning I was like a 2, right? I was calm, but I was like assertive. Like, yeah, I understand that, but I just want my room clean, and whatever you need to do to get it clean. I understand you stating the policy, but can I get my room clean? So he put me down, and they'll try to get to it this evening. But I was mindful how I felt, what was happening, and I knew I was being a little bit of assertive, but I know my level of emotional reactivity. End result, I'm going to get my room clean instead of being a 5, causing an emotional disruption, making things worse than they needed to be, and then possibly not getting my room taken care of. So just be mindful of your level of emotional reactivity. That's kind of the EI tip for the day. And I just want you to be committed, right, to never letting your emotions overpower your intelligence. Peace.